Hey guys, welcome to a new movie. Today we're doing a special movie, one that I just watched recently, and it's very fun movie. It's based on a comic book. It is Officer Down. Now this movie is fucking crazy. Also, I love I think it's just a slip cover, yeah, a slip cover, because it has like this little like slip cover. I like how it's all like, has that like shine to it, or how, like you see how that shine to it, like it makes it stand out. The back has it too, like look at this. If that alone does not drive you to get this movie, I don't know what does. But it's based on a comic book by Joe Cassie and Chris Burnham, who I know Chris Burnham. Chris Burnham is a talented, very talented artist. Joe Cassie I've seen before. I know both of them. I know Chris Burnham for sure. I want to say Joe Cassie, I've seen some of his stuff before, but they worked on the comic book and then it got turned into a movie. Well, I want the comic book to turn into a movie. This is one of the ones I'm a little more like, really? This one? You have so many comic books you could turn into a movie. Give me this one. But I actually thought this was fucking fantastic. There's an R-rated movie, so it doesn't matter if I guess. Not really. This is a movie where there's either a lot of stuff and it has nudity, violence, language, it's a little bit of everything. So you're gonna get a kick out of it. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff in it. So we're gonna go into it talking. I like my general thoughts first. What I think of this movie. I really like this. It's one of the movies that I think personally I like a lot. I really just personally this is the movie that I'm like I'd rate higher. When I get to the actual rating, I'll give my honest opinion on this movie. Obviously, I think personally I would give this higher. This one of the movies that I know it's not the best movie. I know there's tons of better movies. But this is something. There's some movies I think we all have movies that we just watch. I'm like, yep, I enjoy that immensely, even if it's not the greatest thing ever. But greatest, I mean, like personally, I like this more than other movies. But I can. There's some movies that I like. I know personally more than other movies. But I understand, as in an actual film goes, it's not that great or So I kind of get that. Usually when I wake up, I try to be like, as a movie goes, personal attachments aside, all that kind of stuff. What do I think of it? This is a movie I just like in this general. This is a fantastic movie. I didn't know what's going into it. How crazy this movie was, and it's crazy. So let's jump into it. Officer Down. We got a lot to talk about. So Officer Down starts off with this rookie cop who starts off with actually Officer Down, and he goes to fight these guys, and obviously takes them down, and obviously in this fast. And it starts off actually before even him going down to take off. It starts with him and this girl, and he's doing stuff to the girl. I kind of forgot how to say this in the most G-rated and the most somewhat clean way. He's going downtown on her lady areas in the beginning, and then there's like when he's doing it, there's also an orgasm counter. Because why the fuck not have an orgasm counter in this? I don't know if that's in something that was added just for the movie or if that was in the comic. I don't know how that works. How would you do that in a comic? Like a lot of things. I don't know. It's interesting, but it's like yeah. So there's an orgasm counter, and you get the gist. And then he finishes, and then he gets a call like, hey, go stop these guys. Goes and stops them. So it starts off immediately with him going downtown. I'm like, okay, wow, that's a way to start the movie. Fuck, jeez, that's a fucking way to start the movie. And then he goes to fight these guys, and obviously the place blows up, and he is presumed killed. But then we cut to this rookie cop, who's the newbie. He kind of gets put on the head officer, person who runs the police office, like, hey, I want you to come and work. I have a special thing I want you to do as part of this thing. And he takes him downstairs to figure out the special things he wants to be part of. And that involves Officer Down, because it's basically kind of like Robocop in certain ways, where it's like this guy keeps coming back. He can't die. He's kind of like they have these people later in the movie, psychics or whatever, who bring him back from the dead and stuff every time he dies. And all this shit, it's fucking crazy. I mean, this is a crazy fucking movie to go in and fight all these assholes and kill all these bad guys. So it's bringing him back, and he has to go. They keep bringing him back every time he dies. It gets hurt really bad, and then they go and kick ass and kill names. And yeah, it's fucking great. He goes and attack all these nuns and stuff. This crazy place full like with nuns who are fucking crazy and have guns and all kinds of shit. He goes and attacks them. It's like crazy. The fighting and all the guns and fighting, all this fucking craziness. It's one of the best action movies. It's fucking great. I keep saying it's good. There's other guy who's like this master guy, who's a kung fu guy. But anytime he talks, if you do not notice, it's so obvious. His voice, he speaks in, I think, like Japanese, or he speaks in another language. I want to say Japanese, but I'm not sure. It's not a language. It's something I want to say probably Japanese or like language or Chinese or like Asian language. I'm saying I don't know exactly which one, because I can't, just by hearing it, I can't really tell. But he speaks that, and he also speaks English. But the entire time he speaks, it is dubbed. His voice is completely dubbed for every scene, and I love it, because it's one of those things, okay, you're doing it on purpose, and that is great, because you're doing a dub. for the character on purpose because you either like the voice, you didn't like the voice, you like the character, the actor, I mean you didn't like his voice, or you wanted that to be the thing, make it so like over the top dumb. I don't know how that works when it comes to the comic, but that's fun. I like it. Like that, that was a choice, and I like it. I use it most of the time, stuff like that. I'm doing it, and I think it works for some reason. I don't know why. It worked. I like it. Also, at one point in this, I did hear the Wilhelm scream, the famous Wilhelm scream. You know, the scream from Star Wars and everything. I love it anytime you hear in a movie, and I wasn't expecting to hear it in this, so that was great. But also, he fights that guy, and eventually does kick his ass. And there's these animal guys who are like the big guys who run the show. It doesn't actually show them get to come up with from them. They do presume we hear some stuff they're saying like they got taken out or something. But yeah, it's a satisfaction. That's part of that. I'm like, I kind of wish they showed him taking them down, but oh well. I think it's still a good movie. Obviously, the cop, Wookiee cop, gets to be his like friend. They'll have to help him and does stuff. There's these other cops who are they're basically supposed to just watch him and then go in and clean up after everything's done. But the one Wookiee cop goes in and stuff and gets more involved with him and stuff. It's just a fucking fantastic movie. Bloody, gory, violence, everything. This is a fantastic movie. I love it. I don't know what the comic's like. I do want to read that somewhere to compare it. But yeah, this is great. This is, I would say, good reputation. Even if it's not, I would say it's still a good movie. So yeah, let's jump into what I'm rating this boy. Since the movie, it's weird because I'm debating on giving this like a little bit higher rating, but I'm like, it's a good movie. I liked it, but there's certain things I'm gonna give it. Here's the thing. I don't know. This is an interesting movie because I feel like there's certain parts that other people would probably not like, but it's one of the movies that's kind of crazy. I think it knows what it is. Like it knows what it wants to do, knows what it's trying to do. So I'm gonna give it an 8. I think it knows some of the stuff it's trying to do. Like I said, with the dubbing thing, dubbing the one character's voice, it's definitely a movie that knows it's not taking stuff seriously. It wants to have fun. It's actually a lot of it shot well, it's done well. Like it's done well. I give it an 8. What do you guys think of Officer Down? Have you seen this movie? If not, check it out. Let me know in the comments. I'm going to talk about it. You guys can always stay up. I can see you in the next movie, you guys. Bye.